All right, so it's kind of related. I got this room emptied so that we can put the rest of the flooring in and we can close the wall where the dog is so the dog can't walk away. And this will be a bedroom down here. There's a lot of junk in here and I went to the dump. And this will be basically, it'll be a bedroom. It's got a window, so there's going to be a wall from that telepost to the wall, and then there's going to be a wall from this telepost to this telepost. So it's a nice space. And then I've got all my trees up here that I made to take down, and then I have to close in this closet. But let's get to the exciting part. So I laid out the Livingston area a lot more to my liking. So I had to use some modeler's license. I'm not dealing with even 22 inches deep. But let me just get on the stool here. And I've got it hooked up to DC right now. I did make one change. I made this track longer. I moved that switch that way to where it is. Put in this and split the difference. So this will be a Northern Pacific roundhouse. So they've got an older part and an add-on or what have you. There is no turntables from Cato right now. Everything's back ordered. So this 3/4 full length is approximately the length of a turntable. So I had to get that figured out. So in doing more unpacking, I found I have it actually painted, the machine shop, and this is where it's going to go. I just have to assemble it. It's painted the same color as this engine house here. So and I've got some cork under there to get the heights right, but those have rails in them. And this one's actually hooked up properly. It's got the old style non-unit joiners on it. So we've got a machine shop here. I've got a roundhouse here. This is Northern Pacific. I've got a cathedral. I really like this building and I want to light it up. I think it'll look really good. So I'm gonna figure out how to have it. I've played around with having it facing the other way, and I think it looks better this way. Now, these will probably change a few times, but this gives you the idea. I've got my brush manufacturer here. Painted the sign on the side a long time ago on the last layout, and it was on the peninsula as well. And then I've got this nice building on the corner. And I've got some Catos. These are probably going to be stand-in for now, and they'll end up going away when the nicer building is completed. I've got some other custom model trains, custom model railroad buildings to finish. So I've got this Go Travel, and I've got this little gas station here, I figure. And I have the Cato Bank. That's definitely going to stay. And I put an apartment in and a nightclub. So there'll be a street, obviously, running along here. Now, what I kind of removed is the depot. So I don't have a passenger stop. The main line is actually this track that's running behind. And I've got the window screen I'm going to staple, and I found the stapler, the pneumatic stapler, to go on this wood portion here. So this will be kind of a mountain view block. So how this worked is I ripped everything off, all the track. It wasn't glued down, obviously, but now I have a track plan that I like. So this can be a water tank or what have you, like I have over there on a separate track. It's always fun with steam locomotives. So I'm going to get one of those Broadway ones for here, just like I have over there. And then I'm going to use this engine house as a passenger car repair. And that's why it's so far away from the rest. And then I've got the machine shop. which is here, and I've got the roundhouse, which is here. So if the locomotive internals need work, it's there. I've got the roundhouse. I've got a whole bunch of Northern Pacific steam, obviously, and that was important to have another roundhouse. So, you know, it comes down to having all these servicing facilities. I didn't have as much industry, but honestly, I don't care. Like, the only industry that technically would switch out of this batch is that, but I have all these older style city buildings and I want to use them. They're too nice to not include. So if you remember over here, and remember there's going to be a big passenger station sitting right on top for Missoula. I've got lots of rural. I've got my campground, and I've got a little bit of the start of a downtown, but it's just a small area. And then I've got some houses that are coming that go under construction on that new subdivision. And then I have the suburbs over here. So I've got a bus station, the Sears, and the McDonald's for Missoula. So for Livingston, to me it mattered that I had some of those nicer, taller buildings, if that makes sense. So what else I did was I unpacked finally and hung all these tip-out boxes underneath my milk crate storage. And in there I found a lot of useful stuff, and I have some of the bigger size over here. So that's mounted to the wall, and those are functional. And I had a bin, if you remember, in the corner here, and it was full of, it had the machine shop in it and some other kits that I'd built before, while the layout room was under construction. So I have moved those here and went through that bin. Now this is, I want to show you, let's move that sweater. So I've got this ash pit, so that can go in the Livingston area. This is the roof for the engine house that is going to be the passenger repair shop. I've got another steel water tank, but I am not probably going to end up using these, so that one I don't need. That's what the machine shop looks like, but I painted it. I painted it the same green and tan, green windows, because that's the Northern Pacific color, according to some of the other shops that I saw pictures of. I think it was in Minnesota, but close enough. I've got some sanding towers. So these and the ash pit, those will be on that separate track with the water tank. And this is the passenger engine house that I've repurposed. It's already built. So I also, because I've been cleaning the other room, getting ready for the renovation in that bedroom, and the garage got cleaned completely. I'm gonna actually take it to it. What the heck? I found this little container, and it's nice because I had everything in my tool chest over here, and it's kind of getting in the way. And this is all my DCC stuff. So I have a bunch of decoders in here. I put my solder in here. I put my wheel cleaner in here. This is the best wheel cleaner. You know, if you guys are having issues with your locomotives and your track is clean, if you promise it's clean, you should remove and clean the gunk on your wheels. And this one works really well. So some of those eBay lots that I bought, and I also found a big roll of that special tape too. So I don't have many extra decoders, but I had, I think, 5. I put them in here. I have a bunch of harnesses, and I've got some other harnesses that I have to pick up so that I can finish my Hiawatha. So got that figured out. The bottom level is running excellent. I've been testing it and running it for days. I'm very happy with where the track is placed. I just want to basically raise this up here. Instead of having it go down, it'll have that nice grade on the side. So one of the next projects will be glue this down and make it bulletproof. The idea is there, it does work sometimes, but make it more permanent, glue the track down, that sort of thing. Biggest thing I'm not happy with is these bridges. I am going to use them, but the way that they're on those blocks, no, I'm not going to. So yeah, I've got quite a bit more empty room, but when I'm putting things back together, I'm making it so it's organized. And when I need one wheel or one decoder or what have you, you know, I can find it. Oh, hey, how's it going? Okay, let's go take a look at the garage for interest. Excuse the mess. Been in a big organization mode. So this wall is all the stuff that I've been sorting through and taking stuff to the dump. And these bins that have stuff in them, the top ones are foam, they have to get hauled up to the garage in the next couple days. I've been going through all my old magazines. All this Lego and stuff that the kids have, that's going to be in that bedroom down there. And this computer set up in the Barbie house, that'll be in that room as well. So this, I like my rumpus room empty. I prefer it to be like a multi-purpose room, if that makes sense. And some of these things are listed for sale, some old amps and different things. And then these are my modules, which have to go in the storage trailer that I have for them. So, okay, let's go to the garage. Okay, so this is the racking that I have, and that's why I want to put this on the blog. Those bins that I just showed you, I had some different shelving, and I have most of these bins are train buildings and train magazines. So I'm getting rid of the magazines, I'm getting rid of the excess buildings. I don't need them anymore. I prefer the space. I had this door blocked for quite a while, and now, like I say, this is what happens. I pull out a bin, and then, oh, it's got a bunch more train scenery in it, and I bring it downstairs. So it's kind of a multi-process of the basement and what have you. So I've got some stuff in here, got my garage actually functional again. I have to hang up my spark plug display. I've got my battery chargers, got my old car decks. Why, I have no idea, but why does guys keep stuff? And I got all my chemicals in one, which is nice. So the same kind of organization that I've been doing downstairs. So this is the next thing to go. I think it'll go right here on the wall. And I've got a bunch of my signs up. There was a couple over there that weren't up before. All my car stuff is in here, Jeep stuff. And these are my Jeeps, just in case you want to see what two good looking Jeeps look like. So up here, where those are just actually empty boxes. I just keep them for a little bit of time, and then I've got some extra water. So I can get rid of these stuff I don't need on the top and get the ladder out and my wife's help and get some bins up there that are in the basement and basically free up the rest of the house. I hate not having room in the garage. Garage is heated, so if I need to pull these Jeeps out, this was full of stuff. You couldn't walk in here. There was so much stuff behind here, you couldn't get to the back of that. I have, for the summertime, I didn't drive it much this summer, but I have a winch that I use mounted in the ceiling for the roof. So the roof actually stores up on top. This one is all done up from at the shop. So yes, very serious about the Jeeps as well. This year, very serious about the trains. These were moved down here today. This is the the sawhorses and these wood squares are what holds the modules up. So this is a better place than that room where they were. And like I say, you know, under the stairs here, this whole area, I hate it when there's junk. So I've been going to the dump like crazy. That's why I haven't had a lot of updates. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it at that. And next time, hopefully we'll have some more bins on the shelf. In the fall, I don't like having any mice. Mice come in the fall and when it gets cold. So I had to actually rip all this out, and I only have 4 cardboard boxes. I bought these bins a long time ago, and when you get rid of the contents of one and make it so that the bins have things that make sense that go together, and then you basically put bins together and create new spaces, if that makes sense. And everything goes in a plastic bin. So when I wanted to sweep, it was really easy. I just pull these out, move the Jeep obviously, and I've got some tables and some other Jeep tops and my winter boots. But there's actually not much junk left, just this shopping cart of junk to go through. And then you see there's some empty bins. So I like to have everything in a bin whenever possible, and it makes it for a lot neater space. Believe it or not, this racking is only 24 inches deep. So there was a little bit of thought process into that. And I can actually purchase another one of these uprights and put it right here. That's why I don't have a cabinet. And I actually want to purchase one more upright, put it right against the wall, toolbox stays here, and then have a shelf go over the doorway, and then I can put, you know, 6 more bins. I've got heated with a tube heater in here, so I think it's set to 15 right now. You can check. Yeah, about 17 degrees. So up here it's just under 20 Celsius. You've got your just under 70. And this thing is very efficient. It doesn't heat the air, it heats the objects. So everything's warm to the touch. The floor isn't heated, but it's an overheight garage. So I've got a thermometer down here, a little bit colder, closer to 16 degrees, because the closer you are to the heater, of course. So, all right, I will leave it with you guys, and we will talk to you on the next one. Have a great night. Bye.